Imagine disappearing without leaving a trace in a country full of security cameras, top-of-the-line surveillance systems, and one of the most efficient police forces in the world. It seems like an impossible task, right? But 3 years ago, a man managed to do just that. And since then, thousands of people in Japan look at these posters every day, searching for a face that seems to have vanished from the face of the earth. This is Yoichi Hatta. He is possibly 28 years old and is the most wanted man in Japan. In today's video, we will understand what he did and how he managed to disappear for years in Japan, which is one of the most closely monitored countries in the world. This is our first video in a series of videos we're going to make about shocking cases in Asia. The night that changed everything, June 29th, 2022. Beppu, a coastal city in Oita province, known for its hot springs and a very tranquil atmosphere, is a very beautiful place. And it was a pretty ordinary Tuesday until then. Until this happened. Around 9 p.m., at a random intersection in the city, 2 young university students were waiting at a red light on their motorcycles. One was only 19 years old, the other 20. They had no idea what was about to happen. Suddenly, a car came at high speed, without braking, without swerving from them, and violently collided with the 2 stationary bikes. The impact was huge. The 19-year-old student, unfortunately, did not survive the injuries. The 20-year-old survived, but still bears the physical and emotional scars of that moment to this day. The driver simply fled. He abandoned the car at the scene, left his cell phone, his documents, everything he had with him, and disappeared running through the streets, barefoot. The last time anyone saw Yoichi Hatta, he was about 2 kilometers from the incident, near a port and yachts, barefoot again, and he seemed somewhat desperate. And after that, nothing. No trace of him. Absolutely nothing. He simply vanished. The historical investigation. In the first days, the police treated the case as a hit and run. A crime that was serious, yes, but not uncommon. But something didn't add up. The investigators began trying to piece things together. They analyzed security camera footage, conducted driving tests, examined every detail of the abandoned car, and discovered something that could significantly change the investigation. It wasn't an accident, it was intentional. The police discovered that Hata had a disagreement with the student who did not survive. The car's instruments, the speed, the trajectory, all indicated one thing. He intended to do it. In June 2025, 3 years later, the charge was officially changed. Yoichi Hatta was no longer just a suspect in a hit and run. He was being charged with murder. And here comes something that has never happened in the history of Japan. For the first time, a suspect of breaking traffic laws has been elevated to the category of a major national wanted person. His face appears in police stations, train stations, buses, airports, everywhere. From north to south of Japan, millions of people pass by these posters every day. And when a case becomes a national priority, the numbers speak for themselves. The Japanese police have offered an official reward of 3 million yen, but the victim's family didn't just sit back either. They created a volunteer group and raised over 5 million yen. In total, those who provide information leading to the capture of Hata can receive up to 8 million yen, approximately 350,000 riets. This is the largest reward ever offered for a case of this kind in Japan. But where are the clues? Why hasn't anyone found anything? Actually, they have, but it's not quite what you expected. More than 2,300 pieces of information have been submitted to the police so far. People call saying they've seen someone similar in the Tokyo subway, in restaurants in Osaka, walking on the streets of Kyoto. But in 90% of these cases, these leads go nowhere. And usually, the ones that do are just people who look like Hata, which is somewhat comical too because we're in Japan. But the sad part is that the real man remains invisible. But who is Yoichi Hatta? We need to go back there and detail who this guy really is. What makes someone disappear so completely like this? Yoichi Hatta was 27 when all of this happened. He worked as an office employee in the city of Hinode. also in the Oita prefecture. To everyone who knew him, he was just another ordinary worker in a country of millions of workers. Nothing in his office suggested he would become one of the most wanted fugitives in the country. He had no known police record, wasn't a career criminal, and perhaps that's exactly what makes him so hard to find. He knows the country, knows the systems, and also knows how to hide. And there's not much record of his life. At some point, the investigations also raised very pertinent questions. Is someone helping him? How is he surviving? Where is he sleeping? Working? These are questions that haunt not only the police, but especially the families involved. In interviews for Japanese broadcasters, the mother of the student, who, unfortunately, passed away, shared her pain. She said things like, when Hata was designated as a national wanted person, posters were spread throughout the country. I expected him to be captured quickly. With that hope, I waited every day for news of his arrest. But that didn't happen. It's very sad that another milestone has been reached. 3 years have passed. 3 Christmases, 3 summers, and no answers. The young man who survived the attack also spoke. I honestly didn't expect it to take 3 years. But we have a strong feeling that we will definitely find him and make him pay for his crime. In fact, that's one of the reasons why the change in the charge was so important. The current charge does not have a statute of limitations. No matter how much time passes, Hata can still be tried. But how is that possible? How can someone completely disappear in Japan, especially nowadays? Japan has some of the most advanced surveillance systems in the world. Cameras on every corner, facial recognition at airports, mandatory accommodation records. It's almost impossible to move without leaving digital traces. But he managed to, up to today. Some theories suggest that he might be hiding in remote rural areas. Others believe he might have completely changed his appearance and is living among millions in Greater Tokyo. Some say he might have left the country illegally, although this is extremely difficult to do in Japan. The truth is, no one knows what happened, and this makes the case even more curious and disturbing at the same time. The chief of the criminal division of the Oita police said that we would like to make an arrest as soon as possible with the full force of the police. But so far, all the police forces in Japan have not been enough. Nowadays, Yoichi Hatta is 28 years old. If you were in Japan at this moment, you might even pass by him on the street without even knowing. You could serve him coffee, sit next to him on the train. Or maybe you see this face on a poster and think, have I seen this man somewhere? This is the first episode of our series on shocking cases in Asia, cases that often defy logic, the justice of the countries, and many of them remain unsolved. If you're in Japan and think you've seen this person, you can also contact the Beppu police. Information can be provided anonymously, and there is still a reward waiting. For the rest of us watching from afar, the only question remains, how long will he manage to stay invisible? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Hata is still in Japan?